Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, and my co-host and very good friend is Dave.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. We are covering Love is Blind Season 4, Episode 3. Now, Chris, where would you like to start today?
Well, Dave, we will start with Brett and Mika, Dave, as I've been told I was saying it wrong, but in the UK we do say Micah as well, don't we? So Mika, they got together, Dave, and then that was basically the end of their relationship on screen.
Yeah.
Not a lot
that
there.
was it, wasn't it? I mean, the way they built it all up at the end of the last episode, and then it was just they met, okay, on to the next couple.
Yeah.
But is it Mika or Micah? I don't know. Micah, I thought it was as well, but is it one of those, if it's a girl, it's Mika? And if
maybe,
it's
yeah.
It's Micah?
Yeah.
Who knows, Chris? Tomato.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think it's the end of drama with them two because Mika looks like she's already been Mean Girl. She's already been manipulating the room. And I get it. It's a sort of a competition, but it is the first time a Love is Blind between her and Irina where there's been some proper gameplay, hasn't there? So I don't think we've heard the end of these two at all. So let's see. Maybe they're just softening us up to get further down the line. We know it's coming from what people have said that the middle part of the series is pretty good. So we're getting to that point. The next one, Dave, Jacqueline, she decided to choose Marshall over Josh. And they met, seem happy. I always think it's weird when they meet and then they're like, see you later. You know, they kiss and everything. And it must be weird that, you know, some of them just go for it, don't they? And go straight in for the snog and everything. And then other ones are a bit more reserved. It must be strange, even though you've got an idea what this person looks like. And then when you meet them, you're like, you look nothing like that. You know, whatever the perception you've got of someone in your mind. I don't know. I don't know how I'd be with that day. But I do. I think it's funny when they just absolutely start snogging each other's faces. Yeah,
it's weird, isn't it? I mean, I guess they kind of had a bit of chemistry. I don't know if Chris, they have been in there for a whole 10 days, you know? There's a lot of pent-up sexual energy going on there.
True, Dave.
I thought it was weird that whole triangle was sort of put to bed so quickly, because I thought the way the last episode went, I thought Josh would have more of a part to play. And to be honest, I thought Marshall was a bit of a dick to her. And then I'm wondering where these two go, because he gives it all the fucking, you know, I'm Mr. Sensitive, and then acts like a knob, you know, at the idea that she's talking to someone else. And so, I don't know. I've got my eye on these as to, you know, how real is it?
Yeah, that's true. Well, Dave,
that's the backdrop of fucking all of them, I guess.
I was going to say you've been a bit optimistic there, Dave. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Again, it does seem like it's sort of like a couple because they have to stay in the experiment, and it's interesting because at this point we know that there's other couples that have got together in previous seasons, but we've never seen their story told on the screen. So maybe it's that desperation of like getting together, because it's like, you know, it's slightly like with Kwame and Chelsea, both sort of rejected, and then they get together, and then I'm questioning that, thinking, well, hang on a minute, Kwame was absolutely heartbroken, wasn't he, when Mika let him down, and then now he's with Chelsea. It's a rebound thing, like you said in the last episode. But Dave, I want to ask you a question. In movies, when somebody writes a poem or writes a song, sings a song to anybody, it always looks great, doesn't it? You know, you'll see a band up there, you'll see whatever, or you'll see a guy with an acoustic guitar, girl with acoustic guitar, whatever. It always is delivered in a movie. Like, you always go, oh, that's fucking sweet. I wish someone, you know, you get people go, I wish someone would do that for me. When you actually see it in reality, it's fucking cringe, 101 cringe. Now, my toes, Dave, I'm not joking, I was nearly rushing to A&E because my fucking toes had curled that much with the cringe going on. And don't get me wrong. Well, the thing is, Kwame's was bad, but he was in I thought he was in key and the song made sense, Dave. So
I thought his singing was okay. I thought his guitar was horribly out of tune.
And you're better than me. Yeah, but you're a guitarist, so you would know that better than me. But I respected the fact that there was a bit of thought behind it. It was a bit like he'd had this song for anybody he was going to get with, and he was going to pull it out the back pocket, Dave. Let's be honest.
Let's face it, it is David Brent, and when David Brent is singing the song to
Free Love,
Dawn.
Oh, Dawn!
To Dawn and saying, "Oh, this song is just for you," and he's like rushing through the Paris nights. And she's like, "Is that about Princess Diana?" yeah, but and then Gareth's like, "Well, love is a car crash." You're right. This was just a song that he already had. And he was going to sing it to whoever was on the other side of that fucking wall.
100%.
But, I think that was the first massively cringe moment for me. I mean, it got better, of course, but I was just like, oh, fucking hell, it's so desperate. I don't know if you intentionally used the word desperate before, but I mean, so many of them. I just didn't buy anyone, I don't think, in this episode. And yeah, it's hard, isn't it? I mean, unfortunately, for probably the rest of my natural life, whoever whips out the guitar will always be David Brent.
Yeah, and that's bad, isn't it? For two people who were in a band for so long, and we would get, you were a bass player in our band, but you can play guitar. I was a singer. It's like, I wouldn't dream of just like, imagine me now, Dave, singing to Sam. It's some event or something. She'd just be like, stop fucking embarrassing me. Obviously, if there was a comeback of the band, it's different. You're watching a band. But if you did that, and I was like, I just want to get it. Me and Sam will celebrate 25-year anniversary next year, wedding anniversary. So, imagine we can show it. I wrote you a song. You'd be like,
So I did wonder when I was watching it, I was thinking, is this a British-US divide sort of thing? Because I can't imagine many people who from the UK who would look at that and go, oh, that's so romantic. Oh, that's so great. Whereas Chelsea was loving it, wasn't she? She was, she's just dressed in a yoga gear there, but she's like, I just want the real thing, and like just harmonizing with, or not harmonizing, but singing along with him.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, honestly, oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I'm the same. I was just, maybe you're right. Maybe it is. Maybe it's like a that divide between the two countries. Maybe it's just the cultural thing. I don't know, but for me, there's no way in the UK I've ever seen anyone do that and come out successful. You might have seen it in some fucking proper upper class film, like with Hugh Grant or something like that. One of them type films, Dave, where they pull it out the bag, like, I don't know, fucking, what's it called? The one with Renée Zellweger or something,
But the thing is, when you're watching a rom-com, right, and the sound design it
works.
Yeah. It's designed to make you feel that emotion and just get welled up and everything. And it sounds great. But when you just got someone singing on their own, it just sounds shit. I mean, the pair of them, like Kwame and later Zack, for me, they were up there with, what's the guy from season 1 who was doing the rapping? The white guy rapping.
Oh, Cameron.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fucking terrible, wasn't he?
This was up there with that for me. And please write in. If you completely disagree with us and you think it's the most romantic thing in the world, please let us know. But that is just the way I saw it. I thought both of them were terrible.
He was thinking, Cameron wasn't Eminem, he was fucking Enema, wasn't he? It was fucking terrible. But you're right. I mean, I've just experienced something very similar, which I did mention to you this morning. That's just recently happened to me, and literally someone got singing. The context of how they were singing that was great. However, the fact that you got to stand there with a false smile and it's fucking amazing. No, it doesn't. Maybe it's a UK thing. I don't know. However, I can get away with Kwame. I've got to be very careful what I say here, Dave. But Kwame, I can sort of get away with that. He was treated like shit by Mika, without a doubt. I'm glad he's found someone in Chelsea. They propose. They've got it all together, Dave. You know, they meet each other. They do seem like they've got a bit of a connection, to be fair.
Sorry, I thought you were going on to the next one there.
I was going to, but then I thought, what did you think of that then?
I do. I think, to be fair, after the whole cringe fest, David Brent-ism, I thought they do seem to have something together that's genuine. Again, you just can't help but peek behind the curtain, can you? Because she was fucking slobbed out in a yoga gear before. But then she's all dolled up to the nines in a short red dress and stuff. And it's like, well, clearly you fucking know that he's proposing to you. But you're just going to act all surprised for the cameras. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the dressing just, I mean, we know most of it's fake anyway, but the dressing just really made it overly obvious for me that, like, they're going in and they know what the scene is. So, you know, you're going to want this. You're going to want this scene to really. This is going to be replayed over and over again. So, you know, put your best clobber on, and then get it dolled up, and then, you know, when they replay it back, you look great.
Yeah, that's true, actually, Dave. However, I will move on to the next couple because I did trick you there. What's going to lead into them? So we get Kwame's done his bit. I can forgive him because I sort of respect that he's went for Love Song. However, Dave, never has anybody on any of these shows made such a massive fucking mistake as Zack picking Irina. Now, Bliss is a lovely girl. She was making him fucking cakes and everything. Really nice person, really committed. You know, he sort of says he loves her. He picks fucking Irina, one of the mean girls, who is absolutely faking it for the show. And what gets me is like, Bliss, you know, she took it on the chin. She was like, look, I'm, you know, fair enough. Good luck to you. He's like, oh, I really love you. But, you know, it's just, I'm like, fuck off, Zack. Absolute knobhead. He's just after getting his leg over Dave. And Irina, I don't like her. There's something off about her. I didn't like her with Meek and the other episode. But what the best moment of this whole thing is, Kwame can sing, Zack fucking can't, Dave. And Zack decided to pull a song out of the bag, which was probably more out of key than what I used to sing, Dave, as a career. I was like, why are you doing this? And at this point, Dave, I'd broke my ankle and was off to A&E in an ambulance because my toes had curled right under and broke off my fucking foot. This is absolute classic moment in the episode. But what the fuck was he doing thinking that? I mean, she was pretending she loved it, and it was like, that is fucking shit. That is absolutely shit. Yeah,
I don't know what. It was really. This for me was the more interesting triangle for this episode, yes, and kind of where it was going. And earlier on, you'd seen Zack have that conversation with Bliss, and the fact that she'd sort of said, well, if you do choose Irina, I question your judgment. That really seemed to play on his mind. But then when his rationale was just, it was all over the place. But he seemed to keep coming back to that and like really questioning about whether her family would accept him. And he's on about, 20 years. Oh, you know, those sort of things fester and grow, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? So it's as if he'd already made his mind up that he was going down the route of Irina, and he was trying to justify it. And then he's fucking crying away, and I'm not buying it at all. And he's curled up on the sofa. I'm like, you got your fucking shoes on, you dick. Get your fucking shoes off the sofa. And someone's putting a blanket over him. It's like, again, I just can't help but that's like, and scene. You know, you'd at least take your fucking shoes off, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, when it got to that bit again, I'm going to repeat myself a bit, but, you know, is there a part of the planet, you know, if you're in America, are you looking at this going, oh, it's great, he sung a little song there and it fucking sounded great. Well, even if it doesn't sound great, it's the gesture. Oh, it's so romantic. And I'm just thinking, dick. And then, you know, again, you're sort of thinking, well, does he sing a little bit? Is he going to be the singing Instagram star? Is that what he's thinking? Maybe so he gets a bit of a song in now, but. I do have to say, Bliss nailed it. He's got fucking horrible judgment.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely horrible judgment. And with all of these things, especially this one, there's a huge amount of editing going on. And I'm sure Irina will say, call the old Olivia, it's the edit. It's the edit that's done it. But you can tell in all these like little micro expressions that she gives, and it's just... I don't think she comes across very nice at all.
No, I don't. It's just off in a delivery and everything, isn't it, Dave? And usually you've seen a bit of vulnerability to her as a person, but you haven't. It's been very calculated in my mind, very calculated, very clinical, very cutting. The way she's like stuck her nose up at all the other girls when they've been upset. It's just been her and Mika together, two mean girls just doing their own thing. Just be like pair of children, really. So I'm with you. There's no compassion from her at all.
No, and it did cross my mind as well. Is it immaturity?
Potentially, yeah.
She is a little bit younger, isn't she? And I don't know. There is a childishness that you kind of see from her, but yeah, I'm unfortunately I kind of want to see where this couple goes, but I've got absolutely no fucking sympathy for Zack at all. I think he's a tool. And so I think, this couple are going to be messy. And Chris, I'm here for it.
Yeah, we are here for it, Dave. We need him. But no, brilliant stuff, mate. And I know, again, not a slow episode. There's enough for us to talk about for 20 minutes. But again, it's interesting with this, isn't it? Because there is so much production going into this show over anything. We've said it about the Netflix stuff. The production levels of what they bring to the table is just so far ahead of anything else because it's going on this platform and it's going to be there forever and a day. People are going to watch this a year in advance. It's interesting with us, with the amount of people. So we got people joining the Facebook page all the time because they're like us. They're watching it in stages. Some people don't binge everything, do they? You just grab an episode. Oh, I forgot that. And watch the second one. Is there a podcast? So it's been really nice with people joining our Facebook page and the listeners and everything. It's been really good. And these sort of shows stick because you can just keep watching them and people pick them up afterwards. If you catch that one series, you go, I'll go back and watch that. Like Married at First Sight, things like that. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's watchable. It's 50 minutes. It's no harm done. And if you watch it on your phone, you can speed it up. So there you go. You can't on the telly. We go into episode 4, Dave. Anyway, anything else before we go, Dave?
No, I will say this was the most interesting episode that we've come across so far. So yeah. I think the first two have been pretty bland and, not much going on at all. But this one, you're starting to see the couples form. And so I'm guessing that, we're going to, I think at the end of the episode, who was it who was getting together?
It was
Zack and Irina.
Irina, they haven't actually seen each other, have they? It's gone off. So that's where that might fall apart.
Yeah, possibly. But I think they're going to be out soon, aren't they? They're going to go on the honeymoon and stuff, I imagine. So yeah. I think that's where it'll get interesting, where everyone is kind of seeing who they were talking to, but actually, I mean, the likes of Josh didn't couple up with anyone else. Bliss, I don't think is going to couple up with anyone else. It's best when they couple with someone else. So like Mika and Kwame, there might be a bit of beef there. Who knows? But I'm expecting it to really hot up now.
Yeah, let's hope so. We need it. We need something. Definitely as we go into episode 4. But honestly, massive thank you, everyone, for your support. Please go over to Facebook, Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. Come and join us over there. We're just nearly at 600 followers. So thank you so much for all your support over there. It's really kind community as well, which is really good. Everyone helps each other out. And there's been not as many spoilers because the chat is such a great function. The Facebook Messenger chat has been really good for people talking about the episodes live and that. So it's not on the front page, but we're always getting episodes linked. So thank you for that, guys. If you want to email us, cdrealitycast@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on social media, @cdrealitycast. If you do support us, get over to patreon.com/CD Realitycast. So, today's roll call of honour is Ken, Lucky Green, Lauren Hennessy, Susan Deedy, Casey Libby, Joanna Noreen, Chloe Brianna, Helen Keith, Gillian Zoe, Kristen Maggie, Kate Megan, Cassie Fiona, Emma, Nicola, Macy, Alex, Helen, Larissa, and Sarah. Ooh, that list is getting bigger. So thank you so much, guys. It's unbelievable. So no, it's been a good episode again, mate. And I love just talking about this absolute nonsense TV.
Absolutely. So we'll be back at some point next week as well, and we'll discuss episode 4. Now, thank you very much, sir. Thanks to everyone out there for listening to us. Thanks to all our supporters, and we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.